Ah, Your Highness, you are awake. I will get the master.
Well, you are finally awake. Sorry for the sleeping draft, by the way. My servants didn't quite know what to do with you. They tell me you marched right up the front steps, pounded on the castle doors, and fearlessly demanded to see me. The Overlord. Drugged you? Of course they drugged you. Yes, well, you can't blame them. Your arrival frightened them. Yes, frightened them. They thought you had gone mad and were a possible danger. Danger to whom? Well, to them, of course, and possibly yourself, so they drugged your tea. Well, I, myself, know you are not a danger, but most of them are human, and some are quite old. How would you expect them to handle a raving lunatic demanding to see their master? Listen to that. I see they aren't the only ones frightened by this situation. Your pulse shakes the air, Princess. Fear suits you. It sharpens the scent of your blood, like spice on the tongue. Do you know how rude it is, Princess, to bleed fear so freely in front of a vampire who is trying to be civilized? Lucky for you, I have fed tonight. That is the only reason you are sitting in my throne room unharmed. That, and I'm actually surprised at your arrival as well. That doesn't happen often. Really? I shouldn't be surprised? Well, my blood rose, I am. You see, you came, and you are not bound. I admit that surprises me. You walked into my domain on your own 2 feet. Don't I ever have visitors? Of course I have visitors, but to be honest, most who come to me arrive carried, or screaming, or already half dead. You walked right in my front door. Now that interests me. No chains, no gag, no escort shoving you up the castle steps in front of the tip of their spear. How noble, how tragic. What? Oh, Princess, oh, you poor, poor thing. You think this was your idea? Sweetling, now why would you run? I thought we were getting along so well. There, it's all right, my princess. I will just hold your wrists here, above your head, against the stone. Now don't struggle. You are not in any danger. Not yet. Did you think that hiding behind this pillar would really work? Silence. Stubborn silence. At least you aren't screaming. I hate screaming. Unless it's happening in my bed. But still, you're trembling. Good. That's good. You still have your wits about you. You're smart enough to be afraid. Listen to me. We must still your pulse. If it races any faster, I may remember how much trouble you are worth keeping alive. Breathe. Slowly. Once more. There. Better. Now, where were we? Oh yes, no one forced you to sign anything. No one dragged you here in irons. So, in your mind, you believe you volunteered. It was your sacrifice, your choice. Oh, really? Saving the kingdom, surrendering the princess was the one non-negotiable part of the peace treaty. You don't say. Amazing. This was the only way to end the bloodshed. Is that what he told you? Is that what you will tell yourself later tonight when the nightmares wake you? Well, if I don't wake you first, that is. Tell me, Princess, when you offered yourself, where was he? Did he stand at your side, hold your hand, swear before the court that he would find another way, that he would challenge me himself? Or did he lower his eyes, let the cowards on your council speak, let the scribes record your name on the treaty, and stay quiet? Was that a flinch? I thought so. You have such soft skin. Let me release you. You can look around my throne room if you like. Obsidian pillars, vaulted arches, torches fed with oil older than your kingdom. This hall has seen more offerings than your nation has birthdays, and none of them walked in of their own accord, or alone. Not until you. Alone. You are your kingdom's princess, and he didn't even have the decency to send a servant with you. Well, I suppose I can find you one. Now don't look at me like that, princess. Someone will have to tend to you. Unless you expected me to handle the duties of your lady's maid. I am not opposed to filling the position, but I must warn you I am only good at taking off women's clothing. Your face, it is so expressive. I really am just teasing you, princess. You must learn to find the humor in life. It will make the hard truths of life so much easier to swallow. Yes, truths. Let's start with a question. Your hero told you it was the only way, didn't he? That your sacrifice would end the possibility of war. It would save thousands of lives. He warned that your kingdom would not stand a chance against my forces if the talks failed. And here you are. So tell me again, princess, are you certain this was your choice? Walk with me. Do not run through there. The last princess who tried that fell from a balcony. Relax. I did not push her. She misjudged the height of my walls and the strength of her own resolve. Besides, I am sure you believe that I have gone to some trouble to acquire you. Well, yes. Acquire you. That is why you are here, isn't it? That treaty that your council sent, to me, I am sure that you saw it. So you must know, you were expensive, princess. It was a test, you see. I like to know the character of the people with whom I am negotiating. I always believe the more ruthless people are, the more willing they sacrifice, the more they will betray you, if given the opportunity. I never expected them to so readily agree, you see. At least, not in the opening salvo. Who does that? It's not really a negotiation if you capitulate in the first round. No, that's called surrender. And who would surrender their most important, most valuable treasure before they are ever attacked? What? Oh yes, I assure you, you were very expensive. How expensive? Armies, borders, concessions carved out of old blood and old money. What makes you so valuable? I am not sure you are. Now don't look at me like that, princess. All I am saying is that, as easily as they gave you up, I believe I could have offered a lot less for you, and I still would have received the prize. It is like they were happy to be rid of you. Oh, now don't be like that, sweetling. My first bid was high, so obviously you are valuable. At least to me. Do you know what I usually do with things that cost me this much? I make certain they never leave. No, please don't run. I am not in the mood to chase you. And remember what I told you about the last princess. I shouldn't tell you any additional details. Well, because I really don't care. But my information about you tells me you are kind-hearted. So, for the sake of my elderly servants, please don't run. Because my servants would hate to scrub and repaint the stones below that balcony, again. Ah, here we are. Sit. Here. This settee catches the heat from the fire quite nicely. You look smaller here, inside this private chamber. Less like a cold, distant figure on a balcony of the king's castle. More like a girl someone foolishly traded to buy peace so others wouldn't have to bleed, without finding out what she was actually worth. Ah, yes, of course. He's the greatest knight in the three kingdoms, and yet he still wants to marry you. How generous of him. Because he loves you, yes? Because he forgives your flaws. He forgives you for preferring books to people. Forgives you for choosing stables and gardens over thrones. Forgives you for getting dirt under your fingernails instead of sitting pretty on a dais. And because he loves you so much, he agreed to a long engagement, so you and your council could get your affairs in order, before he graciously stepped in and took the crown. Huh, really? I was joking, but he actually told you he forgives you for your flaws. What a pompous shit. And you believed him. Of course you did. Of course he wanted to marry you, princess. Love has nothing to do with it. You are the only princess in the three kingdoms. That overly ambitious asswipe couldn't get a crown without climbing into your bed and calling it destiny. And you think preferring books to people is a weakness? That makes you intelligent. Being able to read and comprehend is more than most of your precious nobility can manage. A smart woman does not threaten a real man. She intrigues him. If he were half the man you think he is, he wouldn't need to forgive you for being more than decorative. Oh, he's more than just a man. He's... what? There it is, the word. Hero. So you love him because he's a... hero. Let me tell you something about heroes, princess. Heroes are beloved because they choose the greater good. They carry banners, oaths, ideals. They polish themselves until the crowd can see its own reflection and call it righteousness. A hero will sacrifice a village if it buys a kingdom 1 extra year of peace. A hero will sacrifice 10,000 soldiers for a line on a map or an invisible border. And when the artists write the songs, they call the dead necessary losses. I am not a hero. I do not pretend my hands are clean. I am honest. That is why you are safer with me. And you are not a village. You are not 10,000 soldiers. You are a bride, a symbol, a body promised in silk and vows. So tell me, what do you think a hero does when his country groans under the threat of war, and the enemy says, "Give me your princess, your future queen, your future wife, and I will stay my hand"? No one forced you. You offered. This was your choice. Yes. Sure. Listen to your voice. It's shaking. You sound like someone reciting his lines, not your own. What did you ask me? Why? Don't mumble. Look at me when you say it. Don't tell me no. I said, look at me when you ask why. Do not look away. I want you to remember whose hands held you when the truth finally broke. You want to know why I asked for you? Good. I am certain your hero probably never expected you to last this long. He probably thinks I broke you the moment you crossed my threshold. That I'm fangs deep and balls deep in you right now. He never expected that you would ever get the chance to ask that question. Why I asked for you. Here is the truth you were never meant to know. You did not volunteer, because I never asked for you. You were offered. It's the truth. Your title was spoken in a council chamber negotiation. Your face was weighed against supply routes, casualty lists, troop movements. Your life became a bargaining chip on a board stained with other people's blood. And your hero, the general of your armies, the man whose ring you wear, whose arms you believed would shield you, stayed silent. He did not step between you and the council or their negotiators. He did not declare war on me. He didn't even challenge me to a duel. He did not offer his own life. He handed me yours. Oh, it is so tragic. You are so naive, Princess. He felt guilty, helpless. He cried as you left. Do you know what guilt is, Princess? It is the ash that clings to hands after they have thrown someone else into the fire. You cling to his tears as proof of love, but tears cost less than blood. If you had refused, if you had said no before the entire court, he would have bound your wrists himself, gagged you to quiet your screams, handed you to the envoy, and told himself the lives he saved outweighed the one he ruined. And the bards would still have called him a hero. No matter how you dress it up, sacrifice, duty, honor, he didn't stop this. No, he chose this for you. In the spirit of full disclosure, I would have taken you anyway, but he opened a door and invited me in first.
My blood rose. You're pale. You look like you need some air.
Come out onto the balcony. This one is safe, I assure you.
Look. Look up in the sky. A blood-red moon.
Your people see that and whisper my name like a curse. They say my armies rise when the sky stains itself for me. In truth, I asked the clouds to move. Was that a laugh? You are not the only one who can be dramatic. You think me greedy. I don't want the world, Princess. I want you. No? Do not mistake that for romance. Want for my kind is a condition, an illness, one that ends with teeth. I am managing it remarkably well. How do I know I want you? How do I know such a thing? I do not know you? I have been watching you for months, not through keyholes, not through curtains, through patterns, through reports, through the way your people speak your title when they think no one is listening. While he rode at the head of processions, sword high, banners snapping, hunting the applause of the adoring masses, you slipped away to the wounded tents, to the kitchens after midnight, to bring food to the hungry quarters, to the widows who didn't want worthless speeches, only quiet. You think I do not hear when a market woman loudly blesses the princess before she quietly praises the general who would be her prince? Your kingdom fears war, but more than that, your hero fears what you make the people see. They love you more than they love him. In the end, your council begged him to find another way. They whispered about optics, the scandal, the sheer cruelty of delivering their future queen to the monster at the border. And do you know what he did? I thought not. He smiled that beloved smile, spoke of sacrifice, of honor, of how you understood what must be done, how proud he was of you. He offered you as a prize, Princess, to secure their peace and his throne. For him, you are a cost he can learn to live without. For me, You are the only cost I would refuse to pay. If I would have taken you anyway, what difference does it make? Ah, there we find the heart of it. Yes, I had every intention of taking you. With or without your hero's permission, with or without signatures, or seals on a treaty. I do not pretend otherwise. I do not polish my sins for your comfort. But he, the man who wraps ambition in vows and calls it love, should not pretend he was ever helpless. Look at me. Look into my eyes. Hell, you're beautiful. Even this close. You are more beautiful than I ever imagined. Tell me your name. Your given name. That is lovely. Very lovely indeed. Though not as lovely as your eyes will be when you realize the truth and do not look away. What do I want? From this treaty? From you? What I want. Princess, what I have always wanted. I wanted you alive. From the first tremor in the envoys' voices when they spoke your title and offered an alliance. From the first hint, they meant to spend you like coin. They never intended for you to hear my answer to their proposal. Shall I repeat it? For you? I will take your princess, I said, but not as tribute. If I want her, I will come for her. If I keep the peace, it will not be because you bought me. It will be because I chose not to crush you. But what do I want now? Now that you are here? Now? I apologize. Cold fingers, yes? I assure you, my princess, despite my cold fingers, my heart burns for you. As does another part of my anatomy. You are even more beautiful when you blush. Don't tease you. You should be grateful I am laughing. When I stop laughing, princess, things tend to lose blood. Now, what I want is simple. I want you here, alive, under my protection, under my rules, with your hero on the other side of my walls, listening to the rumors, helpless, understanding your value, too late. That may sound like a low bar. Believe me, for a vampire, it is devotion. Besides, I want you to learn the difference between a man who sacrifices you willingly and a monster who will sacrifice nations before he allows a single hair on your head to burn. Listen to me. You're mine now. So, he overestimates himself. Stay close, and behind me. He followed you here. Probably thought I would be well and truly distracted in my lust for you right now. Or perhaps he finally understood what his people would do if they learned the truth. That he handed you over to me, like a lamb to slaughter. This is the most likely answer. My spies tell me the council lost patience with him. They began asking questions about heirs, about bloodlines, about how many of your relatives might still draw breath and look better in a crown. So now he comes charging in, sword raised, banner flying, hoping one last performance of heroism will secure his position with both the council and the people. Fool. Do you hear that, princess? That is the sound of men who believe they are walking into glory. In reality, they are walking to their deaths because of him and the lie he told you. Stay behind me. I have waited for a very long time to show your hero what devotion looks like without the mask of virtue. Not speeches, not vows, not tears shed safely after the choice is made. Perfect timing. Do not run, sweetling. I would burn this world before I let him take you.